Wisconsin winter starting. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the WDMA. We're going to talk about blunders today. We've got lots of blunders today. And to start that off, let's start with Verizon. Holiday cheer. Okay, let's see where we go. Yeah, over here. Okay.
Ah, humbug.
Happy holidays, Mr. Scrooge.
I can barely get reception outside the old town center.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon.
Tis?
Tis. You get a free 5G phone when you do.
Free phone?
Plus, Verizon gives you another great gift. A tablet, a smartwatch, earbuds.
Well, the more gifts, the merrier. For me.
Oh, Scrooge.
This season, only Verizon gives you a free 5G phone and another gift, like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds, all on us.
Wow.
Switch now to the network America relies on.
Okay, so anyway, my main point here is not the greatness of the commercial, but the offer. They take a generic phone and they pack it with with another probably generic product. It doesn't say what brand, and so their free 5G phone sounds pretty good. And a tablet, free tablet, smartwatch, earbuds, what could be better than that? So, it's packing up the gifts. And you could give the 5G phone to somebody else. If you already had a 5G phone, you switch to Verizon. It's a really strong offer. And, it's not personalized, which brings us to another article. Okay, common and costly direct mail blunder. The number one blunder. Direct mail remains to be one of the most powerful ways to generate a lead or sale, even in an online age. Yes, we all agree with that. Notice how he phrases this. He doesn't say studies show or we all agree. He just says what he wants to say. Okay, this guy's a copywriter. Okay, Craig's a copywriter. So integrated multi-channel can increase overall performance by 80%, adding direct mail. Some of these numbers I didn't understand. I'll just skip them. For both consumer and B2B marketers, direct mail provides not only a lower cost per lead or sale, it also delivers an audience not necessarily reached with digital or broadcast when combined with transactional data modeling, which is a trademark. I think he should put a trademark on there. Excuse me. Something went down the wrong pipe. Okay, so he says, I encourage my clients to use a multi-channel approach, but many try direct mail as an add-on channel, I would guess. Have number one blunder, a poorly constructed offer. Now that is not what Verizon has. Oops. I'm highlighting all these things and not showing you the article. Okay, here's the article. Common costly blunder. And as usual, this will be available on the WDMA. You can like and share it, but you can also go to WDMA.org and subscribe, which is free, and get access to all the articles that I mark up every day. The other day I was putting together a proposal, sort of, a preliminary proposal for Will over at Adweek, and I was able to find all kinds of direct mail articles that I'd been talking about for the last couple months. And I just go over there and hit Control F, and you can search, the abbreviated titles, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what's getting talked about. And man, oh man, you can find a lot of good information there. It's a really valuable resource for me, and I know the articles already, because it organizes a lot of information into a small spot. Okay, so multi-channel approach. Many who try direct mail make a costly blunder, a poorly constructed offer. It's unbelievable how much money is wasted because marketers do not have a powerful offer. Okay, the offer is what the prospect or client gets. It's the perceived value of what you are presenting. It's not what you get. It's not from your perspective. It's the value proposition powerfully displayed for a direct sell. It's what the prospect gets. Okay? The offer should include these 4 keys: the right price for a direct sell or construction of a free offer, a free premium, Ah, how about that? Verizon didn't even talk about the price. They just talked about the premiums. Free phone and tablet, earbud, or whatever else. A discount if it's a direct sell or appropriate. An ironclad guarantee if appropriate. Okay? And all of those things. Indeed, in a recession, your offer takes on even greater importance. Okay, so now, thank you for that, Craig. Good words. And so now I'm over to Chris Hoffman, and he's up at SQL Response in Minnesota. Integrated direct marketing mistakes. So he's going to give us 5 mistakes that integrated marketers have. And I think that probably, Chris, you bit off a little more than you can chew here. There's just, you're trying to cover too much, and I'm not sure what is being said mostly. And also a lot of stuff like this. Everyone agrees, okay? Everyone agrees, or this whole paragraph. You're going to want to read this. Well, just get into it. Studies show the buyer journey is far from narrow. Yeah, everyone agrees online and offline marketing integration is crucial. You know, give me something. Less than 20% of marketers have the capability to deliver a targeted experience across channels. I have a hard time believing that. You know that if you have a customer list, you can upload it to Facebook or Google Ad Network and let them advertise to those names for you. What mailer couldn't do that, right? You don't know you couldn't do it, but you could. I mean, you could do it, but you can do it. And so, anyway, but this is CMO research found this, so that's probably. Anyway, mistake number 1. Oh, here. Our first piece of advice, again, for successful integrated, just say it. Consider. We don't need any of this here, Chris. Okay? Consider all variables, how they interact, include channel, frequency, ad type, modeling, targeting, and attribution, which isn't all variables. It's some variables. It's consider these variables. Keeping an eye on the variables. I don't understand how that works at all, but we're going to charge ahead. Obviously, knowing the identity, you know, and in that case, it may make sense to send it to Google. They probably do know the identity of the person at that address, okay? And it allows you to target a consumer on a one-to-one level. Notice Verizon is not targeting at a one-to-one level. No, they're just going for it. And they have consumer information. Right? They have a lot of consumer information. The identity is deterministic rather than probabilistic. So my identity determines my behavior. Is that true? Not in my religion, not in my church. I am not my identity. I have choice. I always have choice, which means that you're always sort of stuck with probabilistic. So again, Chris, I don't understand that one. Any impression not served to someone receiving your direct mail is a wasted impression. Let's see. Verizon just wasted all their impressions. Most digital marketers dish up impressions to people who they're not doing direct mail. So again, I don't agree with that. I don't understand why it would be in there. Managing impressions frequency inappropriately. This is a good point. The Advertising Research Federation found the value of repetitive impressions served to a single user starts to decline after a certain point. So first, he says, a wrongly directed impression is a wasted impression, and then an overly directed impression is a wasted impression, which I agree with. As always, again, I put that in, experience is the best guide to avoid overexposure. Experience? You mean testing? I'm assuming you mean testing, but experience has nothing to do with testing. Measuring only the primary conversion. Okay. Well, that's the most important one. How much did we make? You know, ROI is kind of bottom line stuff. And too often we focus on clicks and form fills and drill downs as a signal your prospect is moving through the funnel. And of course, Google, about a year ago, Google published a really interesting article saying they didn't really understand customer journey funnels at all. So I think what Chris is trying to do here is mention a lot of things that they do at SQL. I am intrigued by these things, but there isn't one case study. There isn't one real mention of the impact of fixing these things. There's a lot of statistics. Digital integration can lift direct mail performance by 30%. 84% of marketers, doesn't say how much, can dramatically increase digital channel performance. I think that's probably right. Okay, and then you better work with a vendor, but too often vendors overpromise and underdeliver, and the ad tech landscape is rich and ever-changing again. But if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So now you've been very careful not to make it sound too good to be true. I'm not sure is it worth the work? We don't have one case where you can always get more results by doing more, right? But what's the value? What's the value proposition for that incremental increase? How much does it cost you to get that one last order? That's the real question that we need to be continuously asking. And I hope Chris gives us an article that shows how the extra spend, the extra trouble, the extra vendors involved justify this. Because I know that you can integrate direct mail with digital and with TV and broadcast. The way I recommend it is figure out the offer. Make sure that you've got a solid offer, and then pour gasoline on it in a broad way with other channels. Have a great day. Like and share. Your friends will know you're smart. I hope. If you stick with it and you